This is the quickest and easiest way to make dal if you're a beginner. It only takes 20 minutes and it's a very low ingredient recipe. Onions, ginger and garlic are our key ingredients. Chilies if you do want it to be a little bit spicier, and sometimes you can also add tomatoes, but I won't be adding them on this occasion. We're just going to keep it very simple. Always remember, sharp knife, less tears. We're going to start off by cutting up our onions into whatever shape you desire. Set that aside, and then you want to grind up your ginger and garlic. I would say 4 garlic cloves and a 2cm cube of ginger. Set that aside. I want to make about 6 portions, and this pan is enough for that. I'm using sesame oil. Once the oil is warm, you're going to add in your seeds. I go in with 1 teaspoon of fennel, cumin and mustard, followed by about 3/4 of that teaspoon of fenugreek. Fry those off for about 2 minutes and then add in your onions. In the meantime, get your dal washed and prepped. I usually use about 1 cup. I normally wash it about 3 to 4 times until the water runs somewhat clear. Pop the kettle on, bring that to boil as well. Whilst the onions are browning, I would then add in my ginger and garlic paste. Once they're fragrant and browned, add in your lentils and water, followed by 1 teaspoon of turmeric. At this point, you can add in your desired amount of salt, and then you just let that cook for 10 minutes on low to medium heat. Just keep an eye on the heat, that it's not too hot because it will burn the bottom. Once it starts to look something a bit like this, that's when you give it a good stir. Now, I do make my dal with a very controversial ingredient, which many people don't like to use in their dal, but everyone did end up loving it when I posted this recipe on TikTok. The secret ingredient is full fat milk. Just a splash. It makes it nice and creamy and also gives it that kind of like buttery taste. Of course, you can leave the milk out, but I do always add it because it just tastes super delicious with the milk. You also want to chop up some very fresh coriander, which you'll use to garnish at the very end, and you'll be left with a very super yummy, super creamy curry in under 20 minutes. Let me know your thoughts and let me know if you've decided to give it a go and how it tasted.